you say we cut the chit-chat? A-hole!
This year we're going to grab the bull by the balls and kick those punks off campus.
Well, looks like the cows have come home to roost.
Hello and welcome to the Entertainment.ie movie show. I'm Dave O'Shaughnessy filling in for Mike Sheridan this week, and here's what we've coming up on this week's show. We'll be talking to Domhnall Gleeson about his new movie Goodbye Christopher Robin. We'll be reviewing Goodbye Christopher Robin as well as Reese Witherspoon's latest Home Again. We're talking about the Entertainment.ie Cineathon as well as give away tickets to the new movie The Ritual. We kick off this week's show with Virgin Media's movie's full-stream screening of Pulp Fiction, an outdoor movie experience that travelled to Dundalk, Ennis, Castlebar and Wexford this month. On the night, moviegoers were treated to the full Virgin experience to celebrate Virgin's ongoing expansion across Ireland. Virgin Media brings a world of entertainment in one place. With hundreds of channels, the biggest blockbusters, dramas and sport, as well as a whole host of apps, there's something for everyone. And all of this, of course, connected with Virgin Media's brilliant broadband, the fastest broadband in Ireland, so there's never been a better place to search, save and stream the entertainment you love. I'm joined as always by Brian Lloyd and Dee Malumbi. Dee, you were at the event in Wexford. Tell us all about it.
That's right. Yeah, it was such good fun. Everybody was getting like totally into it. I remember I was sharing like a few trivia facts and then everybody else was sharing theirs. We had a jumping jack competition and everybody was really getting into that, getting warm and everything.
Jumping jack flash.
Why jumping jacks? Because it was cold, obviously.
Because it was cold.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and it was very, very windy. And actually, just as the movie started, it started to pour rain, which was lots of fun. But we were like all sheltered under a tent. And I mean, it did like really add to the authentic outdoor experience of it. So very well received overall, which is great.
And Pulp Fiction, a great movie by all accounts, Brian.
Oh, yeah, completely. Yeah, I mean, like it's... You know, it's when you talk about Quentin Tarantino, that's basically his film. And then we've actually new addition to our set right here, which I'm really proud of, that Dee made. But yeah, no, like I mean, it's come on, like it's Tarantino's one of Tarantino's best films. Me personally, and it's going to be controversial, it's not my favorite Tarantino film, but I think there are enough people out there that would disagree with me on that. But I will say that it is a fantastic film, great soundtrack, Bruce Willis. John Travolta, all brilliant, and it's Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, come on, like I mean, that's just the role of his career, and yeah, great film.
Yeah, a great choice. Great choice. A great one to watch with an audience live.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, great choice for that. Yeah.
Okay, we'll move on to our first movie to review this week. Goodbye, Christopher Robin.
Goodbye, Christopher Robin.
Yeah. Good night, good luck.
Good night and good luck. Deirdre, take it away, because I haven't seen this.
It's a funny one because I've seen other reviews so far and I really, really liked it and other people didn't like it so much.
I'm gonna stop you there because it does seem to be one of these films I think that is completely like I think it was like The Guardian gave it 1 star.
You
gave it 4 stars.
Yeah.
Empire gave it 4 stars.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know like after that like but it does seem to be the sort of thing that it's just very people are going to react to it completely differently, you know, that kind of way. Like, and it's very much going to like it's not like Mother in the sense of like it's gonna we still talk about that. It's not as divisive as Mother. Have you seen Mother, by the way?
No, I still haven't seen Mother.
Mother.
I like that exclamation point. I like to say it.
But yeah, no, it is like I do think it's one of those films that like because it's so schmaltzy and sweet that it's going
to it's something that you're either going to buy into the charm of or not. I like absolutely loved it. I was watching it so enthralled by the story and the characters and that really sweet core relationship between Domhnall Gleeson's character of A.A. Milne and Will something, I forget his name now, the kid in it who plays Christopher Robin, though he is absolutely fantastic. And Domhnall Gleeson, I mean, he's been in a lot of movies, but we don't see him as the lead enough. Like in this movie, he really proves he's such a compelling leading man. He's absolutely fantastic in this.
Great. I was going to ask, but you answered it.
Yes.
Do you think it's an Oscar contender, or do you think it's not even in that realm?
It's hard to know because, I mean, the Oscars do like real life figures. And I mean, Domhnall Gleeson has such a like fantastic career behind him that you know how a lot of times actors kind of get that nomination just as like a reflection of their career. Like think of like Jeff Bridges for Crazy Heart, that kind of, you know,
he was
thing.
good in that though. Like, I mean, not to cut across you, but I would think Sandra Bullock in, what was that one?
The Blind Side.
The Blind Side. That was a complete, you know, you've had a great career, here's your Oscar kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know, but like there's talk that he will get a nomination for this at least, I would think.
I think he'll get a nomination, but from what I've heard so far, it's Gary Oldman is favourite for The Darkest Hour. Again, another real life figure that he's based on, so we'll see.
Okay, so in sum up, would you recommend people going to Goodbye Christopher Robin?
I think that you have to go in without a cynical point of view. If you go in, like, it is very sweet. It's kind of one of those sad, happy movies. It brings you on an emotional roller coaster. You know, it's a really lovely story. A little long, and I felt like maybe towards the end it kind of wrapped up things very quickly. But I thought it was very, very sweet. You know, bring your mammy to it. Your mammy will go and just be smiling and leaving it with like all the feels.
Great. Well, we actually got sent RTE2FM Kira Kings over to London. Kira Kings?
Kira King.
Kira
Kira
Kings.
King.
Our old Kira King.
Our old good old Kira
Our
King.
old Kira.
Went over to London to talk to Domhnall Gleeson about Goodbye Christopher Robin, and here's what he had to say.
Congratulations on the movie.
Thank you very much.
It was one of the most wonderful movies that I've seen in a really, really long time.
Oh, that's very nice.
I found
of you to say.
myself laughing, and then I found myself bawling my eyes out crying. So
that's
yeah,
good.
it was
That's
just
sign of a good movie.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And I was thinking as well, Renée Zellweger, she played Beatrice Potter. You had Nicole Kidman played Virginia Woolf, and now we've got you playing A.A. Mills. What is it about writers that make people want to go and see movies about them, do you think?
I've no idea. I mean, like it should be a very staid thing, but I think when something beautiful comes out of something complicated, that's a very dramatic thing to happen. The act of sitting down and writing on a page, there's nothing dramatic about that from the outside, but seeing where something beautiful came from is really interesting. And he had a very, very complicated life, Alan Milne. It was very complicated, and these books ended up, I think, saving him in a certain way, and certainly his relationship with his son definitely saved him, and I think that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. And for you as an actor, is it easier or is it harder to play someone that actually existed as opposed to playing a fictional character?
A little bit of both. I think that, obviously a lot of the work is done for you already if you just go and find it. So reading about him as much as you can, doing all the research, and but then you also feel a weight of responsibility to not take too many liberties with truth or character or anything like that. So there's a lot of problems with it, and then a lot of gifts that come with it as well.
Mm-hmm. And the character that you play in the movie suffers PTSD as well. So what sort of research did you have to do to be able to portray that?
I did a lot. I talked to a few people who suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder. I talked to a doctor for quite a while who was incredibly helpful, and she works with soldiers who suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder. And in the book, it's never named as PTSD. That wasn't a phrase that was used at that time, but he certainly suffered during the war, talked about it very, very rarely, and spent the rest of his life kind of arguing against war. So it had an effect, and I think that trauma and that damage, he needed a connection with somebody and with nature to get through that. And then all of that ended up being expressed through the Winnie the Pooh books.
Okay. I think that some of the most adorable scenes in the movie are between you and Will Tilson, obviously, who plays Christopher Robin. To me, sometimes when I was watching it, it was so natural. Like when I say this, I didn't think you were acting. Obviously, I knew you were acting, but it was just so natural to look at. It was so beautiful to look at. How is it to work with someone so much younger and to create what you did create on screen?
First of all, thanks for that. Like, it's very true. We were able to create an environment where myself and Will were able to have fun together and really kind of explore the nature around there and just have fun. And obviously it has to be open enough for the camera to capture, and you're looking for images that mean something. But I loved working with him. I miss working with him. You'd miss being around him. He's a delightful person, and he's full of hope and love and greatness. And so you could feel that. You could feel a desire to protect that, and that was also useful for the character. So it all kind of came together, and he's brilliant.
And that was something else that I took from the movie as well, the male relationships in the movie, whether it was father and son or whether it was male friendships. And to me, it was like the problem with men at that time, and maybe still now, is that you don't talk when you should talk. Do you think that's still the case?
I think it's a lot less now. I mean, people make fun of the kind of metrosexual thing now, of being just desperate to chat at any given opportunity, all sitting around the kind of dinner table weeping. But no, for sure. I think sometimes it's not seen as masculine, being able to express your feelings and being able to connect with another person, be it male or female, or it's seen as weak, and it's important. I'm lucky with my family and my friends that I can talk to people when I need to talk. And at that time, breaking through the reserve was very rare, and I think that means when you see it in the film, it means even more. Yeah, no, definitely. There was a line at the end of the film as well when the credits were rolling, and it was like Winnie the Pooh was voted the most popular children's book of all time. What children's book springs to mind from your childhood? I loved Roald Dahl, like I just read Roald Dahl all the time with the Quentin Blake illustrations. So that dominated. I mean, I read Enid Blyton when I was really young, and then there was a few of them. I think there was one with like chicken licking in it. That sounds like a meal, But there was definitely like Chicken Lick and the sky falling down.
Sky Falling Down,
Lucy
yeah, there
Lucy
was,
and
yeah.
all that. Lucy
There were
Lucy.
Ladybird books, I think, were they?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. So I remember those.
Okay.
There was a strawberry shortcake one in my grandma's house, but it was definitely the Roald Dahl ones that I
Yeah.
liked most.
Thanks again to Ciara King for that interview with Domhnall Gleeson, a lovely chap. And we'll move on to Reese Witherspoon's latest, Home Again, which both Brian and I have not seen. So, Dee, it's all on you.
It's all on me. In fairness, Mike had seen this.
I know.
but,
Yeah,
he
it's
also
not
hated
you.
it, so...
Yeah, he was
He
really.
hated
By
Yeah.
being Mike's proxy, I will say he hates this movie. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised he hated it. It's not a good movie.
Not a bad movie?
But okay, look, it is. I think that like any like women watching this will totally relate to this in that like sometimes a really crap rom-com is kind of there's some
need.
kind of guilty pleasure about it, and you just watch it and you just want to feel good because you know like everything's going to come out all good. I don't think that's giving away any spoilers. I mean, feck it, you'd expect it with a movie like
Sure.
this. But yeah, and I mean this is from the same people who brought like It's Complicated and stuff like that. So we're really looking along those lines and like say The Intern and Made in Manhattan, just those guilty pleasure bad.
See you making a face when you said Made in Manhattan.
Like, look-
terrible movies.
They
All
are
awful.
They are chick flicks, so the audience here is going to be like young women. So girls can go with their girlfriends, have a bit of a laugh. Another one for you and your mammy maybe, and your granny, because it's not like too inappropriate.
Between
but some of the
self-flagellating, apparently.
but yeah, it's not great. Reese Witherspoon is lovely and charming as always. The lads in it, so the storyline is basically that Reese Witherspoon plays this recently divorced mum who's moved back into her father's house, her father being a former like big movie director. And then these three lads kind of from college who are like trying to make it in the movie business crash at her house one evening, and they end up just kind of staying and living there. So it's very...
As you do.
Yeah,
As,
as you
that
do.
makes sense, yeah, totally.
And she kind of ends up starting a relationship with one of them because, you know, why not?
Yeah,
You know, young, handsome man. The acting from the lads is a bit questionable. It kind of felt very sitcom-y or something. It was very exaggerated and kind of silly. Yeah.
Is this not a bit like? Is this not Reese Witherspoon slumming it a bit?
I was
fairness.
actually just going to
Yeah.
say,
Because-
why is Reese Witherspoon in this movie having just come out of Big Little Lies and producing and starring in Wild and all these other things?
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
a bit of a sidestep?
I mean, the only thing I can think of, and you can correct me on this now, I would think this is a paycheck. This is, you know, I can
Yeah.
make a couple of million here, and I can use it to produce my weird, quirky indie film that I want to want to make. And like, yeah, like she's coming off the back of the HBO thing. I mean, like, why is she doing something like this?
Yeah, and I mean that's a good point in that like Reese Witherspoon is so into the producing
Yeah.
right now. It could just be like, you know, to get from A to B, that kind of stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say
Yeah,
about it.
man.
Really,
In short,
yes.
women will go.
Yeah,
Men
and
should
it's a
stay
bit
away.
That
a
is
bit of
so
crap
Jen.
and a bit of crap.
Look at Fiona Flynn now actually just like was really like,
Yeah.
that is such bullshit.
You know what? If you it might not be worth the movie ticket, but you know what? If it's on, if it's on late at night or something like that,
Yeah.
like one of those just midweek movies that you just want to chill out and not kind of invest in, it might be better than that for that purpose.
So pay your TV license and wait for it to be on TV, but don't go see it in the cinema.
bit
Great.
better.
Brian,
Oh my
Cinemathon.
god.
Brian,
That is-
Cinemathon.
Right, okay. So I have to plug now. Okay. Cinemathon. Tickets are 40 quid. They are selling out fast. If you want to get involved in Cinemathon, you know, get on it because the tickets are selling fast. And we really do have a limited number of tickets.
What is it?
What is
Oh,
it?
what
Yes.
is it? Right. Okay. Sorry.
Start there.
For people who don't know, we are basically going to screen 24 hours of movies in Odeon cinemas in Point Square. We're doing it with Odeon. We're raising money for Aware. If you buy a ticket, it's 40 quid. You get a registration and then you get your donation page. The person who raises the most amount of money gets to actually pick a movie on the night.
Any movie.
Any movie you want,
movie.
as long as it's not hardcore pornography, and I'm being deadly serious about this. It can't be a sporting event because somebody wanted WrestleMania 33. You can pick Lemonade if you,
You can
want.
pick Beyonce's Lemonade.
You can
Great.
pick Beyonce's Lemonade if you want.
Everyone pick Lemonade.
You can't pick you can't pick a two-part TV movie. If it is a TV movie, it has to be one kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
What else? Yeah, we'll have food on the day and stuff like that. Bring blankets, bring onesies, bring slippers. Make yourself comfortable because it's going to be 24 hours. It is probably the first of its kind to be attempted in Ireland. We're really excited about it. I'm really excited about it. I'm doing it for 24 hours. Get involved. Tickets are on sale now. The link is up on the site. Yes. The link is up on the site. Get
When is
involved.
it?
It's on October 9th, which is a Monday. Yes, we know Monday is not the best. It goes from Monday into Tuesday. It was the only time we could get a cinema to give us 24 hours to screen random stuff. We're going to be showing Jurassic Park, Raiders of the Lost Ark. We're going to be showing Airplane. We're going to be showing Groundhog Day. We're going to be showing The Audience Choice. We're going to show When Harry Met Sally. Then we're going to show The Ritual. Then we're going to show Scream. Then we're going to show Almost Famous. Then we're going to show Before Sunrise. And then we're going to show The Breakfast Club.
Very good.
In the space of 24 hours. Did I do everything? Did I get it all?
I mean, if there's anything that you missed, they can go and click the link and check it all out.
Check it all out. Yeah.
Cinemathon. Great work, Brian. Competition time now. We've got tickets to see The Ritual to give away as a special preview screening in Cineworld on October 5th. All we want to know is, it stars Ray Spall, but who is his famous actor dad? He's been in Harry Potter. He's been in, what's it, Mr. Taylor?
Mr. Taylor, Mr. Turner.
Mr.
And
Turner.
He was, of Witherspoon Pet. How did nobody mention of Witherspoon Pet?
I feel like Harry Potter is going to be the way most people recognize him. So that's tickets to The Ritual to give away. Just let us know in the comments below. And that's it for our show this week. Thanks for having me as a slow fucking...
We made it.
Ryan. Thanks, guys.
Bye.